Although not at the heart of our story, this begins with a simple violation of the Constitution. This case arises from a loan Reginald Kurtz secured from the Rural Housing Service. The service, a division of the United States Department of Agriculture, issues loans to promote the development of safe and affordable housing in rural communities. The Constitution does not authorize the United States to issue loans for any reason. As the 10th Amendment states, the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. This may seem like a trivial thing, but if Congress had not passed legislation to allow agencies to loan money, then Mr. Kurtz would not have had the problems that led to this case. Yes, Mr. Kurtz's problem began after he paid off the loan, but that's not at the heart of the case. According to Mr. Kurtz, he repaid his loan in full by mid-2018. Despite this, the USDA repeatedly told TransUnion, a company engaged in the business of preparing consumer credit reports, that his account was past due. These misrepresentations damaged his credit score and threatened his ability to secure future loans at affordable rates. In an effort to resolve the problem, Mr. Kurtz alerted TransUnion to the error, and the company in turn notified the USDA. But Mr. Kurtz says the USDA failed to take any action to investigate or correct its records. So he eventually decided to sue the agency under FCRA. Yes, any lending firm could have erroneously reported past due a loan that had been paid in full. And any lending agency could fail to take action to resolve the error, which could lead to a lawsuit. In this case, Mr. Kurtz sued under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. According to his complaint, the USDA furnished information to TransUnion. The agency had noticed that the information it supplied was false. That false information impaired Mr. Kurtz's ability to access affordable credit, yet the agency failed to take any steps to correct its mistake, either willfully in violation of Section 1681N or negligently in violation of Section 1681O. By way of remedy, Mr. Kurtz sought money damages consistent with what FCRA allows. Mr. Kurtz's complaint seems simple enough. The lender, the USDA, had been notified that the information it provided to credit reporting service TransUnion was false and either negligently or willfully refused to correct its mistake. For this violation of the law, Mr. Kurtz sought monetary damages. The response from the USDA is when Mr. Kurtz's issues went from bad to worse. In response, the USDA moved to dismiss the complaint. The agency did not dispute that allegations like Mr. Kurtz states a viable claim for relief. Instead, it pointed to this court's precedent holding that, as sovereign, the federal government enjoys immunity from suits for money damages unless Congress waives that immunity. The USDA did not dispute the fact that Mr. Kurtz had a viable claim. They simply claimed, you can't sue us, we're the government. Notice that the USDA did not claim they had immunity based on constitutional or even statutory argument, but because the court had previously said so.